I'm from SharpStrengthTraining.com. I'm going to pick back up on my upper body pulling exercises. In the last video, we went over the pullovers with the rope and the T-bar rows. So now what we're going to do is go over bank barbell row. So most gyms you'll be able to find a bar and put some weights on it. And actually I'll start off with these on the floor since that's probably how it's going to be wherever you go. Best option on these, instead of just grabbing it anywhere and just tugging on it, is to actually take a couple of runs, contract your lats, pull your elbows back, and see where you feel like you're going to get the strongest pull from. Remember that spacing. Line up with the bar right over your shoelaces, drive your hips back, and come up. So from here, whether you're pulling it off the pins of a rack or you're taking it off the floor, it's good to start from here. What you're going to do is sit your hips back until you feel like you have a good angle. And instead of lifting the bar up and shrugging your shoulders, which is what most people end up doing, what you're going to do here is just hook it with your hands and think about pulling your shoulders back and driving your elbows. So you're basically pulling the bar at an angle back in towards your stomach. Squeeze the lats, let it drop down. It's not lifting straight up. Basically, your elbows pull back and your arm just sort of hangs from the elbow. You don't need to put a whole lot of extra flexion at the elbow. Just grab the weight, pull your shoulders and elbows back, let it stretch, keeping it in line above the middle of your foot so you're not getting tired wearing out your lower back by trying to lift the weight up out over your toes. And another good exercise that you can do just about anywhere is going to be a dumbbell row. Once again, most of the time you see it done with one knee on a bench and they're pulling the weight straight to their shoulder. More effective way to do this exercise, you can use more weight, get better leverage, is to find a bench, a dumbbell rack, somewhere in the gym where you can actually stabilize yourself on a fixed object. Start with about a shoulder width stance, making sure that your hips are centered. When most people take a split stance, they tend to angle their hips in one direction. It's going to cause you to torque your body to pull the weight off. So hips are centered. Non-working hand is going to provide a solid base here. So now the weight's going to be kind of right between this little triangle I made with my feet and my arm. With pulling exercises, if your grip is strong enough, try to not use your thumb. Whatever you squeeze, it makes you want to use your biceps a lot more. So hook the weight if you can, let it hang, and from here, it's a matter of pulling your shoulder back and driving your elbow back. Forget about what's in your hand. The weight just kind of dangles from your elbow. Let it stretch. Shoulder back, elbow back, let it stretch. See how I'm not twisting and turning around or having to bounce with the legs. Just drive the shoulder back, let it stretch. Head stays neutral. Forget about the mirror. Just pull and stretch. So hopefully those tips are helpful. Start getting that V shape, working your back. You see a lot of people, big chest, big biceps, look like a little girl from behind. So we're trying to avoid all that here. Plus, if you don't have strong lats, your pressing is going to get stalled out too. You're not going to have the stability. So once again, I hope this helps, and that's our video for the day. Thanks for watching.